lucky I'm even sitting here entertaining you.
Do you hear yourself?
Stop it.
Look how you look as a mother. Don't touch me.
Jackie Christie made her reputation as a fearless, erratic, and drama-driven actress. But behind all of that flaming and fire was her daughter Chantel, who had been silent for years. Although her mother dominated reality TV, Chantel tended to avoid the spotlight and rarely made headlines. Although she wasn't on camera all the time, she was privy to everything. At last, Chantel is speaking up now that the silence is ending, and Jackie's meticulously constructed image is being upended by what she is exposing.
Where do you want me to start? What do you want me to tell you?
Tell me about him. Who is he? What's he? You know.
I ain't gonna tell you too
I know
much,
he
but
played basketball.
He does play basketball. Him and Dad actually have a lot of similarities. He used to play for the Kings like years ago. So
hold on. Wait, stop the press. He used to play for the Kings?
Yes.
Shannon, you lying to me. This, you kept this close to your chest like I've never seen, Benna.
There was nothing like the Basketball Wives reunion stage in the courtroom. Producers' feeding lines, dramatic music, and cameras were all absent. Just chilly walls, angular suits, and the stifling quiet of penalties. Entering the room, Jackie Christie appeared to have nothing to lose. Chin up, wearing designer clothes, and her posture was devoid of any fear. Her confidence, which doesn't waver easily, comes from years of being in the spotlight. However, Jackie was unaware that the actual drama had not yet begun. Chantel sat opposite her mother, calm, quiet, and nearly undetectable. Most people in the room thought she was just another family member who had been called in for help. Under that serene exterior, however, was a woman prepared to make a complete transformation. After remaining silent for years, Chantel had evidence ready. Rumors about Jackie's off-camera behavior toward her family had been circulating for years. The awkward distance between her and her daughter during infrequent on-screen scenes was noticed by fans, but no one anticipated this outcome. Then, during the testimony, everything changed. Chantel's lawyer was setting up the audio files while the courtroom was silent. After the judge nodded, the room was filled with her voice.
I don't really recall like a family photo that we all took together. She was always like the outcast. Like my mom would go as far as to, Car, you have to run on the treadmill, and Shannon, you stand there and watch her, and you write down what time she got on and what time she got off. It's ridiculous. Like, she's like 12. I'm like 8. Like, you want me to stand here and watch her run on this treadmill because she's not the size that I am, or she's not the color that I am.
Not the professional, brisk Jackie of VH1, this tone was different. The first clip purports to show Jackie yelling at her daughter, calling her ungrateful, questioning her value, and cursing her out, not because she was upset about a TV plot. The words struck home, everyone in the room gasped. It didn't end there, though. Jackie's voice could be heard on another recording, but this time it was allegedly her giving Chantel deceptive threats, such as, "If you don't act right, I'll cut you off." As for, "Nobody's going to care about you without my name attached," loud anger wasn't this, the kind of emotional pressure that causes deep wounds but no bruises. Was control disguised as concern? Jackie allegedly laid out plans to manipulate public perception in the final clip, which was the most eerie. She discussed how to spin stories to portray herself as the victim and control Chantel. Not only was it severe, it was premeditated. Stunned was the room, initially neutral. The judge's expression changed to one of distress. Jackie refused to speak, and even his own legal team appeared shaken. It is necessary to return to Chantel's early years in order to comprehend her quiet explosion. Chantel was frequently in the background while Jackie was occupied with creating an empire for reality TV. On screen, she was the devoted daughter who was always polite and reserved, but behind the scenes things were different. Because her life was planned for moments that would be photographed, Chantel had to be careful growing up. Her words, her attire, and even her feelings had to all align with the story Jackie wished to tell the world. For years, Chantel followed it because she didn't think she had an alternative, not because she agreed with it. The need to maintain the family's reputation and appear agreeable in front of the cameras turned into an emotional prison of its own. Even when it was painful and Jackie's outbursts caused her to doubt her own value, Chantel remained silent. As she grew older, however, something changed on my own. Chantel started to record conversations, write things down, and create her own narrative. At first, she didn't intend to exact revenge. She was attempting to preserve herself and her truth. Over time, what began as self-preservation evolved into courage.
Blows my mind. It really just, it disgusts me because that was another thing. Like, For years, my sister and I, we didn't speak to each other. No relationship whatsoever, because she always played us against each other. She's fat and she's black and you're skinny and you need to stay in shape and you're the model, and it blows my mind.
And now that she has been silenced for years by fear and fame, Chantel is no longer hiding. Jackie has long had Doug Christie, a former NBA player renowned for his devotion both on and off the court, as her partner. Doug might have been more involved than fans ever realized, according to courtroom rumors and people familiar with the case. Some claim that behind closed doors, he actually pushed Chantel to speak up. Apparently, he informed her that when the camera stopped rolling, it was time for the public to know the truth. It changes everything if it's true. According to this, Doug was aware of Jackie's actions. He witnessed, dealt with, and perhaps even battled it. This is where things become complicated. Other reports imply that Doug might have assisted in hiding more than just domestic disputes. According to allegations of financial mismanagement, money transferred through dubious means was used to support a portion of Jackie's empire. Doug's name appears multiple times in the documents under investigation. Doug is no longer merely the silent spouse in the background, though this is still unclear. Now, everything was different after the audio clips were posted online. Shortcuts from the courtroom were widely circulated in a matter of hours. Suddenly, Chantel, who had never been a prominent figure on social media, was in the public eye. This time, though, it was the people who set the scene, not Jackie. They united with her. Comments flooded in praising her for speaking out against authority, even her own mother, and calling her brave. A public roar had replaced her quiet voice. The fans never stopped, even though the court paused for the day. Former Basketball Wives cast members, podcast hosts, and influencers all had something to say. Jackie was defended by some who claimed to have only ever seen her love and support. Some people expressed no surprise at all. The shift was indisputable, but the divide was sharp. Previously a reality TV royalty, Jackie was now the face of an uncontrollable scandal. Someone commented, "Chantel stood on her own 2 feet and told it like it was. That is healing in progress, not resentment. Proud of her." On that show, we knew Jackie wasn't telling the whole truth, said another. This simply supports the gut feelings we had for years. With the release of more recordings, people begin to make connections between long-ignored details. The audio contained a hint of financial control, with Jackie allegedly telling Chantel that if she didn't comply, she wouldn't receive another dime. Jackie allegedly claimed she could transfer money covertly in another clip that discussed business dealings being protected. Potential financial fraud was now on trial, in addition to emotional abuse. Further investigation revealed that the Christie family's business endeavors were the subject of rumors. Some of these allegedly had irregularities in their financial records, including speaking engagements, book deals, and beauty brands. There were rumors that Doug's basketball earnings were also being scrutinized. Individuals started to wonder, were Jackie and Doug using their reality TV fame to build a financial empire based on smoke and mirrors? According to court documents, there were mysterious transfers of money that went missing from LLCs registered in Jackie's name, as well as perhaps unpaid taxes. There might have been more than just family drama revealed by Chantel's evidence. IRS involvement or more serious legal repercussions could result from it. Although the court has not yet fully proven any of these accusations, the harm to their reputation has already begun. The ideal reality power couple's image is rapidly deteriorating. Sponsors are pulling back and reservations are drying up. Jackie Christie's future is uncertain and the stakes are higher than ever. The court case is only one front in this war as her legal battles become more intense. Jackie is battling for her legacy as much as to clear her name. After years of reality TV fame, her carefully constructed public persona has been shattered. Jackie's command of the story is shifting as Chanel takes the lead. But is Jackie able to turn things around? Although the tapes and the emotional burden they carry could have major repercussions, both in the courtroom and in the court of public opinion, her legal team is making every effort to limit the harm. She might not be able to repair the harm to her reputation. Chantel, who previously avoided the spotlight, is now becoming more well-known. Fans cheering her on could help her take center stage and bring down her mother. Although it's unclear if she will pursue a different career path or become a reality star in her own right, Chantel is definitely no longer hiding. She's embarking on a journey towards self-determination. There is still uncertainty surrounding Doug Christie's position. Will he choose to support Jackie or turn away in order to protect his reputation? He may even turn against Jackie, according to some, in order to safeguard his money or future prospects. He might be able to restore his own reputation if he steps back from the drama, but if he remains faithful to Jackie, he runs the risk of being brought down with her. Jackie Christie's journey from basketball wife queen to courtroom casualty might have been rewritten by her own blood. Jackie appeared to have an unstoppable rise to fame. Because of her work on reality TV, she created a dynasty and established a strong, authoritative brand. But now, it might be her own daughter who destroys everything she has worked so hard to create. The Christie family's drama has gotten out of hand, and it's doubtful that Jackie will ever pull herself together. How do you all feel? Chantel, is she resentful or brave? Additionally, does Jackie's rule really come to an end? Let us know what you think in the comments. Until the next video.